Let's be brutally honest. Most of us are not living. We are sleepwalking, ruled by anger, crushed by fear, and distracted by endless cravings. We stumble through life waiting for happiness to arrive when everything finally goes our way. But happiness never comes that way. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. They didn't promise us comfort. They promised freedom, and freedom are hard won. If you truly want to live well, here are 10 truths you must face head-on. They will cut deep. They will strip away illusions, and if you let them, they will set you free. 1. The world owes you nothing. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Life does not owe you fairness, success, or kindness. The pain, injustice, and betrayal will visit you no matter how carefully you play the game. The sooner we stop demanding that life is easy, the sooner we can prepare ourselves to endure its storms. This isn't bitterness, it's strength. The man who expects hardship is not broken when it arrives. He stands ready to act, ready to answer life's cruelty with courage instead of complaint. And that courage builds a foundation no amount of chaos can shake. 2. You are going to die. Soon, Seneca warned, you act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. We live as if we have infinite time, wasting days as if they were cheap. But death is not far away. It walks beside us every single day. This truth is not meant to terrify you. It is meant to wake you up. When you face the fact that you will die, suddenly every hour matters. Petty grudges lose their grip. Small pleasures become sacred. Life becomes urgent, and urgent living is the only honest way to live. Only those who remember death learn how to truly live. 3. Most of life is outside your control. Epictetus split life into 2 categories: what is up to us and what is not. The weather, the markets, the past, the opinions of strangers, none of these belong to us. What we control are our thoughts, our choices, our actions. The tragedy is that most of us pour our energy into fighting the uncontrollable and neglect the one thing we truly own, ourselves. Happiness begins the moment we surrender the need to control fate and take full responsibility for our own judgment and conduct. Control yourself, and you control everything that truly matters. 4. Your emotions are your responsibility. He made me angry. She ruined my day. These are lies we tell ourselves. No one can reach into your mind and dictate how you feel. Seneca called anger a form of temporary madness, a surrender of reason. The wise person does not suppress emotion, but masters it. There is a pause, a sacred pause, between what happens to you and how you respond. In that pause lies your freedom. Each time you claim that space, you grow stronger. Each time you fail, you learn. This is the forge where unbreakable character is made. Nothing is more powerful than the one who governs his own heart. 5. You will suffer, and that's the point. Musonius Rufus said that hardship is the training ground of virtue. We are not made strong by avoiding pain, but by carrying it with dignity. Insults teach us patience. Loss teaches us gratitude. Adversity is the whetstone that sharpens the soul. Stop asking for a life without suffering. It does not exist. Ask instead for the strength to suffer well. The one who learns to turn pain into fuel cannot be defeated, because every wound becomes another step toward greatness. Pain becomes a teacher, and through it, we grow into something unbreakable. 6. Most people will never understand you. When you live with discipline and purpose, you will be mocked, misunderstood, even resented. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that he would face the arrogant, the ungrateful, the deceitful, and that it was his job to remain just and kind despite them. If you expect the world to applaud your choices, you will be endlessly frustrated. If you expect resistance, you will never be surprised. True happiness comes when you stop needing agreement from others and begin to stand on your own principles, even if you must stand alone. The crowd may turn on you, but you will not turn on yourself. 7. You are not your feelings. Epictetus taught that our first impressions, the flash of anger, the stab of fear, the surge of desire, are not commands, but tests. The wise do not bow to every emotion that storms through the mind. They question it. They interrogate it. Is this fear justified, or is it weakness? Is this anger righteous, or just ego wounded? Feelings may knock at your door, but you choose whether to let them in. That choice, repeated day after day, is the foundation of freedom. Mastering this is the difference between living deliberately or being dragged by every impulse. 8. You are smaller than you think. Look up at the night sky. Every star you see is a reminder of how brief and small we truly are. Marcus Aurelius used this thought not to despair, but to put his ego back in its proper place. Your grudges, your rivalries, your ambitions, they shrink in the light of eternity. You are a speck, yes, but a speck who can choose how to live. That is where meaning lies, in choosing to act with dignity, even in the face of cosmic insignificance. The stars remind us our time is short, but enough to live with greatness. 9. Comfort is a trap. Seneca advised practicing poverty, sleeping on the floor, eating the simplest food, so that when fortune abandons you, you will not be broken. Comfort lulls us into weakness. The person who fears discomfort will do anything to avoid it. Lie, betray, compromise their soul. But the one who trains themselves to endure discomfort is free. They can lose everything and still remain whole. Do not live your life addicted to ease. It is a cage disguised as luxury. The less you need, the less the world can use against you. 10. You must choose your own standard. The crowd will always chase wealth, status, and empty praise. If you follow them, you will share their misery. The Stoics urge us to set our own standard of the good life, one based on virtue, not vanity. This is the most difficult truth because it leaves no one to blame but ourselves. The moment you choose your own standard, you become accountable to it. If you fall short, you must face yourself. But this is where true happiness begins, in living a life that is yours, not borrowed from the crowd. Freedom is the reward of those who dare. These truths are not gentle. They are meant to pierce, to strip away illusions, to leave you bare and unafraid. If you accept them, you will be forged into something the world cannot break. You will still face loss, insult, injustice, but you will face them with a calm mind and a steady hand. That is the happiness no one can take away. That is what it means to be truly free.